Hi guys, and welcome to the second video slash podcast in the PT Business Components series. In this one, we're going to be talking about what the second component is, professionalism and standards. So if you haven't listened to it or watched it yet, go back to video one where I talk about delivery of your craft, because that is the first thing to get right. Next one, professionalism standards, is something that is very, very important. But if we don't deliver a good service, we're not delivering professionalism and standards anyway. So this one's a really interesting one. There's a lot of coaches out there. There's a lot of people who are super passionate about the fitness industry, particularly in the realm of strength and conditioning, which is incredibly competitive and incredibly poorly paid in the professional sport realm. In fact, a lot of positions in Australia, so my country, looking at volunteer roles for full-time work with people with university degrees, which is terrible, and it doesn't encourage people to want to become strength and conditioning coaches, and it's not fair. But nevertheless, the way we talk about it really does not come across as professional. So getting on social media and swearing our heads off and not dressing at least appropriately when we're coaching all the time. I know I'm in the singlet for this series. It's 35 degrees in this room right now, so I'm trying not to die. But having a level of professionalism and standards while you work is a really important thing to do. So, for example, whenever I coach a client, when they come to the home gym and I do a training session, I'm in my work shirt, proper athletic shorts, socks, shoes. I'm there early. Like, I have absolutely no excuse not to be there early, but I'm always there. Have water available for my clients. I have towels available for my clients there. All equipment is cleaned every single session, and then every single day at the end of the day. All these things are done because that is simply what should be expected of us. I'm not sitting there showing up to training sessions hungover. I'm not, just disappearing for a period of time. I'm coaching a client for that hour. I kick their butt. I'll hold my phone to use it as a stopwatch, but I'm going to buy a stopwatch to get rid of that particular scenario. When I communicate to clients and on social media, I said shit can only be sold once on the last podcast. That's probably the third swear word I've said in about 80 or so podcasts. And I've never gone on the attack against anyone online in any of these different things. Years ago, I used to get more in keyboard warrior type situations, but that doesn't really serve us, and it doesn't really help elevate the professionalism of the fitness industry as a whole. So to be a professional in the fitness industry, there's a few things that we can do. The first one is to take care of our appearance somewhat. We should look like we train. We should be energetic. We should be standing up tall, have good posture. We should dress the part. If you're wearing like shirts with holes in them and you're not wearing shoes and your feet are dirty, that's not really helping your cause, no matter how much you think you're expressing your individuality. If your shirt's off in every single video that you're putting up on Instagram, it's okay to have, like, if you do a photo shoot to put it up, that's fine, your product works, but having every single post like that isn't really helping anyone out. Standards in terms of booking appointments: have things in place to book appointments, confirm your appointments. Just really, really simple stuff that, if done correctly, will elevate your client's perception of your professionalism and also how efficiently you run your business. So professional business is also an efficient business. One of the best pieces of advice I can give a personal trainer is to go see a practitioner. So something like a dentist, physiotherapist, like quite a well-respected and expensive healthcare practitioner. Pay for an appointment and go through the process and see how they deliver it. First of all, it's a dentist. It's probably, most of us don't go to the dentist enough, so we should probably do that. Physiotherapist, most people have some kind of structural issue that they could get better. It can also help build a relationship. But go see a professional in their field and take notes of how they do things. Also, take notes of how they don't do things from a professionalism standpoint. So find things that you feel could be improved upon to give a better service that comes across as more professional. So one thing I did with my old gym a long, long time ago was people would come in for a consult, and the correct thing to do is to always give someone an intake form. Now, I didn't find that to be very, very professional, because half the time they weren't printed out. People get lost, they'd get dirty, you'd lose the form, you'd lose someone's data, And I hated going to appointments, and I hated having to sit down, get there had to get there 10 minutes early to then fill in the form, to then wait another 15 minutes when the person was running late, to then have them ask why I was there. When really, if I had read the form, they would know straight away. So I started using digital intake forms with all new customers to fill in before they got to their initial intake. And from a professionalism point of view, when they came in, I was able to say, "Hi, what's your name? Pleasure to meet you." I was able to sit down with them, let's grab a seat. Okay, you've come here today because of this. Let's get involved and let's find out a little bit more information. So with that, what I was able to do is show that I cared about the appointment, I cared about the client, I already knew what their goals were, and I could start to tailor my approach in the sales process to get them across the line a lot easier. And by doing this, conversion rates went up really, really quickly. So a very simple thing to show a high level of professionalism led to people recognizing that it was a serious business straight up off the bat. And when people think it's a serious business, the likelihood that they think that you will help them achieve their results will go up dramatically. So always think of how you can be more professional when working with your clients. You will always get better and have higher standards of operating. Thanks heaps for listening to this, guys. Stay tuned for tomorrow where we go into topic number 3.